Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Autumn, and I was 38 when I wrote it. The heat of summer gone, a chill is in the air. Children back to school, the scent of cinnamon everywhere. Once vibrant in their verdancy, all growing things change clothes. Halloween is not a day only people celebrate. The colors, now so festive, bright and lovely to behold, set the forest afire, a beautiful funeral pyre, then fall from the trees to crunch beneath our feet in their funeral colors, resplendent in death. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Beast, and I was 30 when I wrote it. Once upon a time there was a man. The man had a wife and 2 lovely children, and he was happy. Until one day something happened, and he locked his heart away, never to be hurt again. She wishes he saw himself the way she sees him. So much intelligence burning bright in his eyes. The way he lights up when he speaks of something that sets passion aflame in his heart. The love he holds for his children, and how sweet he is when he is with them. How he looks her in the eyes when they talk, and how he can engage her mind and heart in conversation. She is afraid for him. He says he wishes to remain alone forever. She feels the sadness in his heart, the fear, the doubt, the turmoil. He has allowed it to take root there, to build up its home and to spread. He reminds her of a story, a crash through the woods on a horse in the winter, a dark castle. But she is no belle, and he is no prince, and this is no fairy tale, no spell to be broken. And he has been clear that he doesn't like her. She holds no fantasy that he ever will. But she wants nothing more than for him to be happy, to find someone and fall in love. She simply fears he will not allow himself to open his heart and let someone in. She is no belle, and he is no prince. This is real life, but he is her beast. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. We're going to take a break from the ridiculous amount of love poems today. This one is called Darling Little Spider, and I was 30. There is a spider attempting to build a web on my laptop. Her efforts are destined to fail. I have to wonder if she knows. Yet she struggles, she strives to wind her little threads of silver into intricate, delicate little patterns to build a home and a trap for unsuspecting prey. She seems to think this as good a place as any, to set her net and wait for lunch. I know better, so I will move her to the rose bush on my porch, where she can spin her web and catch her meals in peace. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Fear, and I wrote it when I was 22. I used to be afraid of you, because you could hurt me the most. You still could, if you wanted to, but I'm not afraid of that anymore. I used to be afraid of you, because I loved you more than any other guy. I still do, and always will, but I'm not afraid of that now either. I used to be afraid of you, because I was so sure you'd disappear. You have. Maybe you'll be back one day, but that doesn't scare me right now. Right now I'm afraid of you, not because something bad could happen. It could, but what scares me more is that something good will instead. I'm afraid that maybe you do love me, even though my brain tells me you can't. Maybe my brain is right, but I honestly believe you do. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Fear, which I think I've written a couple called Fear, but we'll just go with it for today. I was 34 when I wrote it. I'm afraid. I feel like I've been lifted away by a cyclone, and I've been holding on to the one bit of stability I can grab hold of within myself. I'm afraid if I let go, if I let myself fall, will you be there to catch me? Or will I hit the ground, shatter upon impact? Or worse, hit so hard and so fast that I keep going through the earth until I am completely caked in mud, roots, and detritus, so that I am petrified and nobody can break through. And I wonder, is it worth the risk? Because when I look into your eyes, when you call me beautiful, I can feel myself almost believe you. I can feel myself start to let go even without willing it. And I am afraid if I let go, will I ever regain control? Will I need to? Will I want to? This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Finally Free, and I was 30 when I wrote it. Like a prisoner, trapped behind cold steel bars, I was when held tight in your arms. Yet I thought I was safe, and I took solace, until my brain proved what my heart denied. I was your caged bird, and my heart sang. I didn't know where I belonged. I thought the world would destroy me, but all along you were my poison. Now I truly do know why the caged bird sings. She does not understand that she is trapped. She is unaware that she belongs, free in the world to spread her wings. I flew away, but my heart is still sad. I let you in, and you tore it asunder. Now here I am, left, alone and dejected, to rebuild my walls higher than ever before. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Heart in Chains, and I was 22 when I wrote it. My heart is in chains, and you hold the key. It's one of those things I just can't control. If I had my way, I'd have the key. I'd give it to no one, and I'd have control. I'd rebuild my walls, so not even you could break them down ever again. It hurts to know that I'd give anything, just to see you happy at my own expense. And it hurts even more knowing that my heart may be in chains for the rest of my life. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Her Fortress. She's tired, so damn tired of all the tears and all the pain, and the joy that never lasts long enough to be worth the pain. And she is sick of the lies and the false promises and the stories with holes that can't be patched and the excuses that can't be proven. She is sick and she is tired of caring so much for people who could never care for her, of giving her heart away only to have to wrest it back more ragged and beat up than it was before. So she will build herself a fortress, with walls thick and high and strong, with gargoyles made in the images of the men who never cared, for what could be more fearsome than a heart betrayed by itself? This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called I Remember, and I was 29 when I wrote it. I also kind of changed parts of it this year because it was just too much cringe. You probably don't remember the day we met, but I do. I remember everything you ever said to me. The look in your eyes when I first saw you staring, the way you rubbed your chin and looked at me with a smirk. I remember how I fell in love with you that day. I remember the next day, sitting in front of you. I hoped maybe you would talk to me. You wrote me a note. I was surprised by the words I read so neatly written out in pencil. I was impressed by the handwriting that asked me if it would piss me off if somebody grabbed my breasts. I answered you, but internally I thought you could never piss me off. I was naive. I remember when you'd grab my chair and tilt me backwards in my desk. You would poke me during study hall, or wheel me around the room in the teacher's chair. I remember thinking your eyes could see into my heart, right through me. How you'd walk me to Spanish class 2 floors up and across the school. How we would talk, and you would tell me about your home life. I'd tell you how I'd been hurt. How you called me "Hey you" for a whole week, even though you knew my name. How you stopped when I asked you to. I remember not even trying to hide my feelings, thinking it was impossible for you to feel the same. I remember my sadness when term changed and study hall ended, and I saw you less. I remember how desperately I wanted to tell you, but held it inside, afraid you would laugh and reject me, and my heart would freeze and splinter, shattering into a billion tiny pieces. Thinking of you every day, crying at night. I kept your note for 3 years before I burned it. I remember. I wish I could forget. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called If Only, and I was 22 when I wrote it. If only I could show you how much I truly love you, I'd be satisfied just knowing you truly understand. If only I could make you feel comfortable enough to trust me with all your heart and soul, I know I'll never let you down. If only you could know how important you truly are, I could make you feel more special every single day. If only I could tell you how special you make me feel, and know beyond all doubt you know just what I mean. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Lies, and I was 23 when I wrote it. Don't believe the smile, simply because you do not see the tears. Your eyes can betray you. My happy face can lie. Perhaps you see what I want you to. Maybe on the surface, that's what I need. But inside my heart, I know the truth. I really need someone to see past it. I want someone to see through the veil, to see what's really there. See what nobody else cares to find, what to the untrained eye does not exist. I need someone to look deeper, to care what's buried inside, because I am afraid to hide it forever, to never find the one person who loves me enough to walk through my walls and pick up my heart and nurse it back to health again. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Like a Blanket, and I was 37 when I wrote it. I pull it over myself in the night like a blanket, the thought of him with his arms around me keeping me safe. Sometimes there are two of him, behind and before, closing me in, apart from the world. I may never see him again. I have no delusions, only desires. The feel of his arms, the scent of him, to wake to him being with me in the flesh, to pull him over myself in the night like a blanket. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Loving You, and I was 22 when I wrote it. I may not get to see you as often as I like, or lay my head upon your chest each and every night, and you can't even call me as much as you used to. But I will die if I even try to keep myself from loving you. If absence truly strengthens love, as people say is true, then I might overcome the world with just my love for you. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This poem is called Lying Awake in Bed, and I was 29 when I wrote it. Lying awake in bed, thinking of all the things you said to me today. I wish you were here. Trying to fall asleep, but all of your words can't help but keep me awake. I need your embrace. Words and silence fly through my head while I lie here crying in bed, and I just can't win the battle inside my head. It's shattering my heart. All of my doubts and fears bring wave after wave of fresh tears. I'm all alone, and I miss your voice. Come home to me, my love. You're all I am capable of thinking of, and I need you now. Words and silence fly through my head while I lay here crying in bed, and I just can't win the battle inside my head. It's shattering my heart. This has been Bad Poetry Readings, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one I wrote for a haunted hike that I used to volunteer for. It's called Old Lady, and I was 32 when I wrote it. They called her Old Lady. If only they knew that little old lady who lived in the shoe by chance met a stranger one dark autumn night and was transformed forever by one little bite. The children she kept made her youthful and strong, and gave her much comfort through centuries long. The ancient one watches and patiently waits. Come, enter her forest, her hunger you'll sate. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called 1 Year. I wrote it last year when I was 39. I'll be 40 in June next month. And it pertains to my mother's death. 1 year ago today you left us. You hadn't been well for a while, but it was so sudden, unexpected, unplanned for, unwanted, unreal, unfair. A hole has been left where you were, one nobody could fill. We have had to relearn how to live, how to laugh, without you, alone, bereft. A year has gone by without you, a year of wanting to call you, a year of confusion and emptiness and sadness and anger and hurt and loss. And years will go by regardless. We will find new ways to live, to laugh, to remember, fondly, grieving, still. This has been Bad Poetry Readings, and this has been the last poem that I've written up until this point. So if I write in the future, I will upload them as they are written. But until then, maybe I'll find some sort of different video format to do. If not, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Painted Smile, Tears of Glass, and I was 22 when I wrote it. A picture drawn on paper by any great artist can seem as if it really were a photo that they took. In that same way, my smile at first glance may seem real, but if you look more closely, you can see it's painted there. I'm told I have a Mona Lisa smile. In some ways that is true. It hides a world inside my heart I do not wish to share. I hold my tears inside me now as if they're made of glass. I don't have to try anymore. It's harder to let them fall. I guess I fear that if they fall, they'll shatter my charade. But like a shard of any glass, they cut deeper, holding back. I wish I didn't have to act, that my smile could be real. I wish it wasn't quite so good at this one kind of art. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Say, and I was 22 when I wrote it. Say what you mean what you say. If you don't tell me, how can I know? Don't say you love me if you really don't. Don't say you're going to be here if you won't. If you don't really love me, let me go. If you don't want to be here, just say so. I don't care what you've done to me or how badly you think it will hurt. Lies hurt me so much more than the truth ever could. Anything you need to say, just tell me the truth. Please don't ever lie to me. It only makes things worse. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Solitude, and I was 29 when I wrote it. I stand in a broken city, smoking rubble and debris scattered among the ashes. I stand alone. I walk, rummaging through the litter, once important things reduced to cinder by a whisper, a single word, goodbye. I sift through a pile of broken dreams, memories and technicolor, all of the should-haves, would-haves, could-haves, displayed before my eyes, mocking me. I stand and brush my hands on my pants. I look around myself and sigh. Sometimes you have to break before you can heal, to rebuild. I have to wonder what people will say. Will the I told you so's hurt more than those who simply think I'm weak? Will they see how broken I really am? Will they care? Why should I care what people think? Why do their opinions get to me? I must think of what's best for my daughters, and do it. I gather my tools around me, my heart, my mind, what little strength I have left. I take one last look at what was, and begin the foundation of what will be. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called Sometimes, and I was 32 when I wrote it. Sometimes you make me want to laugh, and sometimes you make me want to cry. Sometimes you make me happy I'm alive, but sometimes I just want to die, because I can't have you, No, I can't have you, and you're all I want. And sometimes I wonder if there's a chance that someday, perhaps, you'll change your mind, and somehow you'll find yourself wanting me. But would you even tell me if you wanted me? This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called The Call, and I was 29 when I wrote it. I think and say your name 800 times each day. It simply springs unbidden to my lips and mind. Someday I will say it, and you will finally answer the call of my heart. It screams so loudly throughout the whole of my being. I don't understand how I am alone in hearing it. This has been Bad Poetry Readings. Hello, and welcome back to Bad Poetry Readings. This one is called The Nothing, and I was 29 when I wrote it. I can feel it inside me, growing ever stronger. Daily, I feel I can take it no longer. It multiplies, rises, and strengthens each day. Nothing I do will force it away. The nothing is there. It is hollow and dark. It is taking control and breaking my heart. It never relents, though it's strongest by night, but in the brightest of days still will not throw the fight. It seeps into my skin and takes over my brain. Rips out my heart, makes my eyes rain. I must find a way to make the pain stop. I have to do something before I just pop. I hate this feeling, this poison inside. This cancer's the reason so much of me's died. I can't take any more. I can't go on. I need it to end. Everything is wrong. There's no good inside me. Everything is sour. Rotten and awful. The nothing has power. There's so much screaming inside of my head. I find myself wishing that I were just dead. This has been Bad Poetry Readings.